All right, what's up, heavy hitters? As you guys saw in the title, I'm here to speak about Rich Piana, someone that I really haven't brought up his name or his brand in a long time because I had no reason to, but I produced one video actually before I started my brand, or right as we had a falling out, and that video was negative because I felt disrespected and we had a bad falling out. So of course I was upset, and I felt his loyalty wasn't there for me as it was for him. But that's old news, that's in the past. I'm over it. Obviously he's passed away, so I have nothing more negative to say about him, and the way I felt at the time is not what I feel anymore. You know, you grow, you get older, you mature, and you think a different way. You know, I'm in a better spot, and it's a blessing where I am today. So I have to give thanks to him for the guidance and also the game I picked up off of him. So basically today, I want to just speak on the positive things that he impacted my life, and also how we met, because maybe you guys don't know that. So today will be kind of just the story of how we met and the positive things that he did for me. So, you know, so let's get it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Okay, so how me and Rich met actually was through Instagram. How a lot of you guys meet each other through networking, through social media. But before I had social media, I actually just paroled, you know, from a little term that I did, which I don't really speak much about, but maybe one day I'll touch over that. But so after I paroled, I was in a different mindset too, and I wanted to just do positive. So I went straight from there right into junior college, and I played 2 years at junior college football. I wanted to, my lifetime dream obviously was to make the NFL. I made wrong choices, and I didn't make it after junior college. So, you know, it is what it is. So I had to find something else that I had a passion for, and lifting's been my passion my whole entire life. So I started seeing people posting things on social media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, on their lifting, their strength, their size, whatever it may be, but things that apply to lifting and fitness, things like that. So I decided to give that a shot and start my own Instagram. So I started my own Instagram. I started posting deadlifts, bench, squat, military, whatever, back exercises, all kinds of stuff. And I was always strong, so I started gaining attention, you know, within the first month that I started Instagram. And I won't even forget this, but I posted this picture, you know, my back's all blasted up. When I got out, I was all blasted, this and that. So I posted this picture of my back. I'm always known for the back being big and tatted up. And Rich actually went on and commented and was like, said something, I don't know, like, impressive, that's crazy, shoot me a DM, let's link up, you know? So I was like, oh shit, who's this guy, you know? And I didn't know anyone at the time because, you know, before I got, you know, busted and all that, there wasn't social media, and I wasn't hip to it. I didn't know about social media, so I didn't really know who he was or really anyone in the fitness industry at the time. I just knew that there was a lot of people doing things on Instagram. So I looked him up. I was like, damn, this dude got a lot of followers. He's big as hell. He's blasted up like me. Damn, he started his own brand. So I hit him up to see what he wanted and what he wanted to do and talk about. So I hit him up. He told me about this team brand he started, 5%, about this whole mindset, this and that. I was like, shit, I have that mindset. I've been working out my whole life. I love this shit, dedicated my life to it. So I was like, damn, that's dope. Let's link up and talk. Went over to his house, talked it up, and boom, he put me on. As far as I know, he told me I was like the first real sponsored athlete that he had. He had a lot of guys already on the team on 5%, but he said those dudes were people he knew and kind of like became friends with and put on. But I was the first one that like he went out and seeked, you know. So now we're linked up, part of the team, 5%. We announced it on Instagram. I was super pumped up about it because this is all new to me. I was stoked. So we do our first video, we go to Metro Flex, we do this video, big boy, you know, it was dope. I lift some heavy weight, deadlifting, you know, over 700, I'm benching over 5, I'm like doing jumps and flag pulls, this and that, and the video was a hit. So he posts me, we did the YouTube, so my Instagram started having like that snowball effect, just started getting bigger and blowing up. It was real cool. Then the next big highlight we had, he got wind that there was a 375-pound dumbbell out there, you know, and he didn't know anyone that could do it, so obviously he's like, hey, big boy, can you do this shit? I didn't know, of course I never lifted nothing like that, but you know me, man, I'm game, dead game, I'm gonna try anything. So we went out there to Ukaipa, found the dumbbell, I went and rode that shit for the first time, 375, four times. The only one to ever attempt that shit and do it. And that video went viral. I think it has like 12 million views. So once that video came out, on top of all the other ones, me as an athlete started blowing up, and it was dope. It was a whole new thing in this game, I think, that no one was doing. Same with him, Rich, and his brand. No one was doing this. We had the look and just something original that no one was really doing this in the game yet. So it was dope to see the come up. And while he was coming up, something that I never said, but which I always knew, and if you were to know me back then, I repped his brand 5% like it was my own, because I thought he had my back and was my boy at the time, you know. So that's why when the falling out, all that happened, it hurt me as a friendship. That hurt me, but whatever, you know. But anyways, at that time I was repping his brand to the fullest, you know. He obviously gave me a great platform, and that's what I wanted to speak on, the positive things. He gave me a huge, great platform that I never had, and I always give my respects to that and show appreciation to that he gave me that great platform. I used my abilities, the God-given abilities and hard work that I had done, but he gave me that platform to go and reach more people and eventually create my own brand, Strength Cartel. So during that time, man, I was hungry. I was out doing videos nonstop. I think I was the main athlete, you know, producing videos. If you guys been following me since 5%, you've seen how many videos I did. I did, you know, to crazy lifts, 200-pound dumbbells, military press, bench press, incline, you name it, the 375, no-handed squats, all kinds of crazy stuff I did. One-arm deadlifts. At that time, I was out there proving myself, which most people do when they first enter some kind of industry or getting a name for themselves. You're out to prove who you are and represent the person you are. And also, not only that, I was representing Rich and his brand to the fullest. So, so in those times, man, we were close. You know, he was my dog. He showed me a lot of love. I repped his brand really hard. All the game that I saw him do, making moves in his supplements and his clothing at expos, he never spoke too much to me about it, but I peeped game. You know, as a good student of the game, I watched the moves he made, how he treated people, how he approached different situations. Like it was methodical, and I watched that as a student. So when I built my own brand and my own empire, I used things that were positive he did and use them for my brand, and things that were negative, I knew not to do them. So I didn't make those mistakes, you know. So anyways, he put me up on a lot of game, whether he knew it or not, because he didn't speak to me about it. I watched him put me up on a lot of game, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate him giving me the opportunity to be a part of his team and represent. You know, it was dope. So at the time it was dope, met a lot of good guys on the team, like Mac Truck, Juicy, a lot of dope dudes. Even Mac Truck to this day, even though they had a falling out, he knows. You could ask him yourself, he'll tell you, you know, how did Rich help you? He'll say he gave me that platform, you know, and that's the same with me. So anyways, so that's how we met. I was repping this brand, you know, I thought we had a tight, you know, bond as boys. So now we come up to the point before we had a falling out. So things are going good. I thought there was no problems. He's a supplement brand. He always told me, so before I started, he told me, big boy, I want you to do what I do. You know, like, your goal is to use me, use my platform, and eventually branch off and do your own thing, you know? Because in this game, it's hard to really make a lot of money unless it's your own. You know, you can only make a percentage of what you would make because you're helping another man's brand, which is okay. But if you really want to do it on your own and make money, and you know you have the drive and the money to back it, you gotta do it on your own. So he always told me that. So I always figured he really meant that from his heart. So I was like, okay, dope. So at this time, I was like, damn, I want to come out with a little clothing line. You know, I want to represent something, where I was from, my background, all that. I wanted to do something that meant something to me, and that was my lifestyle. So I went to him as a respectful man, face to face. I told him, hey, Rich, you know what you talked about, start your own brand. You know, I wanted just to do shirts. I know you got 5% and it's mostly supplements and some clothing. Would it be okay with you? You know, man to man, like I always tell you guys. And from man to man, there's no reason to lie. You know, he's passed away now, no reason to lie, but he told me yes. So that's what hurt me. He told me yes. So I was like, dope, I got the green light. I'm gonna go out, made a couple hats, made a couple shirts, made a couple pairs of shorts. I did that, you know, it was cool. He didn't say anything, and he actually said it was okay. So I thought it was okay. So I started representing it. We went to the Anaheim Fit Expo. At the expo, I represented him, you know, like the main thing is to represent the shirt, right? To represent what you're wearing as a shirt at the expo at Rich's booth. You know, you could wear a pair of Nike shorts. Doesn't matter, no one's really looking at the shorts. It could be Nike, Adidas, Puma, whatever. You could rock Levi's, whatever it may be. You could rock a bottom that's not 5%, you know, as long as you're repping the shirt and letting people know, hey, you're here with 5%, you're straight. So I had a pair of Strength Cartel shorts on. And I guess he didn't like that, but he didn't tell me. I heard from other people that he was disliking that. He felt that I was at his booth repping my brand, which I didn't know was a problem because he approved it with me. You know, he approved that having my own brand was okay. So I had no clue. So not knowing anything from him, I thought things were cool. At that time, I think it was like 2015, Anaheim in September. So 2015, we come here actually. This gym, our gym now, the Strength Cartel shoe used to be Kratos. And Kevin Pitbull and I used to work out here every day when it was Kratos. So we brought the whole team here. We knew the people that owned the facility. We came here. I thought everything was all good. I thought me and Rich were boys. If he had a problem, he would speak to me man to man. And so I thought we were good. So anyways, we went to the expo, Saturday, Sunday, normal expo. On Sunday night, going into Monday, that's when I got that text at 3 a.m. And you guys, if you guys want to know the full story on that, you guys can look that one up. Big Boy, Rich Piana, The Truth, you can look that up. At that point, like I said, in time, I was in a different mindset. I had a little more animosity. I was hurt, I was upset, so my mind was different. But now I don't have all that. I'm just speaking facts and the truth and giving props to the man that, you know, gave me the platform. So anyways, we finished the expo Saturday, Sunday, and like I said, at Sunday night going into Monday, like 3 a.m., I got a text message at 3 a.m. basically telling me I'm off the team, you know, that I can't do it. I'm starting my own brand, I'm off the team. And that shit was a shock to me because, like I said, I asked for permission. You know, another grown man shouldn't even have to ask for permission, but out of respect, because I respected him as a person, as a friend, as a man, I asked for permission to start my own brand. He said, yeah. And getting that text message at 3 a.m., that was a disrespect, like a slap in my face. So that's why I handled the situation of the way it was, calling him out, confronting him about it, you know, kind of being aggressive. And now I wouldn't have done that, but at the time I was upset, and you know, I had a little bit more of a knucklehead mindset at the time. But it is what it is. Now I would just laugh it off and just look at it like, hey, this guy must have thought of me of competition, you know, must have saw something in me that he didn't want me to become bigger than him or whatever, and maybe saw competition, so he tried to cut, what do they call it? They call it cutting the snake's head off, you know, so he can't go and do no more damage. He tried to do that with me, I felt, but you know what? Thanks to God, you know, I'm pushing, and I'm here to stay. You know, we representing all day, Strength Cartel, you know. So anyways, I hope that video kind of cleared the air of the situation and the animosity or anger that I felt towards him, and that you guys thought about me, that I was a bad dude or whatever, but and the things that I did. But I'm not, man. I was just a guy that was hurt at the time. I had a different mindset, but now, you know, rest in peace. He passed away, and I just want to clear the air and let you guys know the positive things that he impacted me in my life and in my brand and the platform he gave me. So appreciate you guys that follow me from day one, from 5% now to Strength Cartel. Appreciate all the new people, and I hope the people that were 5% fans with Rich may see that, all right, this dude's a good dude. You know, he gave his thanks, apologies, kind of like his eulogy of who he was to me, and I hope you guys can forgive me for that. So appreciate all the love, heavy hitters. You know, keep doing your thing, keep banging.